It's the Jobbers Tears podcast.
Greeting, fellow jobbers, and welcome to our 26th episode of the Jobber Tears podcast. As always, I am Janelle from HR, here with Mr. Black and Sir Wilkins. Once again, we are the Jobber Tears. So, once again, we'd like to thank everyone that is watching on the live feed as we speak, and those that have. Actually, thank you to the 201 subscribers on YouTube.
We broke 200.
Which is super dope. It's a super dope
But
and
keep subscribing, keep
exciting.
telling your friends.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. It doesn't matter if you're in New York, in Texas, in Hawaii, in Europe. Doesn't matter. Please just, if you like wrestling, subscribe, and make sure you always click that alert button to get all the new up and coming videos. How's everyone going so far? We actually have skipped. We took a summer Wednesday, so now we're back, and how's everyone's, summer been so far?
Hold up. So, the other day you posted something.
I posted something?
Yes.
What did I
on
post?
your Instagram.
What did I post?
I think it was about... Pull up your Instagram.
I post shit all the time.
It was a very interesting thing. It reminded me of the song Drake and Jaded.
Can I please do my job and introduce the podcast?
Yeah, in a minute.
No, let her pull up. Okay. Do the intro.
No, I got it. No, I can pull it up.
This one.
Oh, it was factual.
Her Instagram post was, you can't date him and raise him at the same time.
Oh.
And then
Bars.
caption goes, can't raise a man, #mood.
Bars.
I think you sound real jaded, my nigga.
No, it's the
You sound
truth.
real jaded.
It's not about being jaded. It's just the truth. When you realize certain things, like not saying everyone's perfect, or you're just stepping into a situation that's a total package deal. But at the end of the day, I'm not your mom's B. Like, I'm not about to sit here.
And it's the women of our generation are very jaded.
It's not about being jaded at all.
I agree with you because you can't raise a man, but y'all women ain't perfect. Y'all have a lot of bad habits too.
Absolutely.
Because
you know what? Let's do this for another podcast. Because shit about to get real.
It's the truth.
I read that looking like y'all females ain't perfect either.
But it was not
Y'all do a lot of foolish. Like, my personal favorite is the pettiness. The pettiness. Y'all talking about, instead of just forgiving a man, y'all will carry on into the next argument. I remember 3 months ago you did this, that, third.
So once again, it's not every female's like that.
And not every man have to be raised.
Correct. I agree, but I'm speaking on my behalf, and because I got my shit together. That doesn't mean. Absolutely.
Do you really?
We all got our issues, but you know what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, we all do.
There's a difference between, because I don't want nobody to get confused about who I am. There's a difference between not being perfect, because I'm not, and I have no problem saying that. I got my own shit, but I am a pretty well put together woman at the end of the day.
Hold on.
So,
I mean, 100% though, but like, don't throw shade like that.
It's not throwing shade. It's the truth.
Episode what?
Let him introduce episode.
Episode 26, aka the Kyle Cobra episode, aka I got a rocket for a freaking arm, aka Black Excellent, aka Welcome Back Carter. Now, next for Blacktron, the open door wrestling one. Everybody's favorite moderator, Janelle from HR, aka Triple J. She from the legs. Everybody's favorite fitness porn star, Mr. Swaggy Souls over, willpower's over 9,000. So Wilkins, aka Rico. He forms the arm. Mr. Plum Pride, Mr. I Drove to Instagram models, Mr. Don't Let a BBU cousin around because I will banger. Leo, aka Dirty Dick. Leo, he formed the sword. Last but not least, though, Mr. This is why you're not sponsored. This is why you're not sponsored. Mr. Let Me Cook, Mr. Black, aka Dusty Black. I'm dirty nigga on the low. I'm from the torso on the head. Together, we form Blacktron. Let's go, episode 26, baby.
How did you decide who got what ligament? Like, I just realized
to me is that Leo's a sword, and his name is Dirty Dick Leo.
I didn't realize that.
Shaped like a dick.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that.
That's why I started laughing.
No,
and then
I
you put
just-
a nice G-rated TV show called Welcome Back Carter, and then you talk about this nigga's name.
Yo, I thought you was talking about Vince Carter, so I was thinking like, what?
The song Carter means a dick.
Yeah, because you're skinny. I didn't think it was a dick, but all right, leave it.
I mean, you clearly can't be a dick because I'm in the group, so like, we got to keep it gender neutral at the end of the day.
Yeah, I gotta be the dick.
I just wanted to know where, like, how
What?
each ligament was chosen. Like, how did I get legs? How the fuck you got what you got? How the fuck you the head and the torso?
I don't know. So I don't ask
Like,
these
I
questions.
just,
You know what, Voltron?
I just wanted to
But you know what? I don't ask these questions, and I would like to start the show because he just comes up with this, and I just nod my head and laugh. Because at this
Why?
point, it is what it is.
It's not though. Like,
It is what it is.
every
want
and
me to legs?
it's like every week I sit here and I'm like, what the
You want to be the head?
pause? No.
I was thinking nasty. You thinking mad sexual?
But you just sat here. I'm a dirty. You just said
You did say I'm a dirty
nigga on the low.
Exactly, but I was trying to be sexual right now.
That is, I don't get that. Oh, you know what? So we're gonna open our first segment to Behind Gorillas Vision because I don't know how that does not translate into being nasty. But
I wasn't. I'm talking about Mr. Black right now.
Yeah, but you said you a dirty nigga on the low. Like you gotta.
I have a huge announcement before we get started.
Well, so
So go ahead.
So,
Do you want like a drum roll? Or
I don't want no fucking drum roll.
I just asked.
I don't need
Relax.
a drum roll
just asked.
for what I'm about to say. So I was challenged at a barbecue last week, at our barbecue,
wow.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, by true heels or true bitches, whichever one you want to call them. And I was told I didn't accept the challenge. I've accepted your challenge, Mr. True Heels, aka True Bitches. Your challenge has been accepted.
What's the challenge so the viewers at home
Please.
and on YouTube know?
What's the challenge?
What do you do?
The challenge is a match at Jobber Slam.
Wait, did you just give the rest of it?
That's it. It's been done. Let's start the show.
Did
Yes.
you not? Yo,
Yes.
there should have been pyro behind you. Like, do you have sound
Yo,
effects?
why you didn't tell me this before I would have prepared for this? Okay, I would have prepared for this. I would have got fireworks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there was that awkward silence, so that's why I was like, are you pointing to the WrestleMania
Did you
stuff?
catch that, Leo? Did you catch? That's my man Leo had my back. So it's done. Challenge accepted to Sid.
Oh, Sid from True Hills.
Now can we start my show?
Let's go.
I mean,
Our
our show. My bad.
You got to hear yourself. What?
Can we start this episode?
Yeah. So we're gonna let the sound guy.
for that whole
We're gonna
time.
let the sound effect guy get his life together. But we're gonna open our first segment with Behind Gorilla's Position, and our OMG moment of this week is no other than the fucking Terry, aka
You said about his
Hulk
first name?
Hogan. Yeah, that's how you know it's fucking real. Terry.
Okay.
So, if you haven't already known, Hulk Hogan was this past weekend reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame. And there has been a lot of chitter-chatter among, the African American community in regards to Hulk Hogan's reinstatement. If you haven't already, Hulk Hogan definitely said the N-word, and, in a very, any way you say it is just not nice.
For everybody to hear.
What?
Clip for everybody to hear.
I don't have it. Well, if you look on YouTube and just type in Hulk Hogan says nigger, I'm pretty sure you can pull it up. So, between, other wrestlers, in the past have spoken about racism literally behind Gorilla and in the locker room and even New Day, I think as of today, made a statement because they were getting so many questions and so, people asking, for their opinion. So now it's our turn. We're gonna, just give it flat out, our opinion. So I'm gonna start off with Mr. Black. What are your thoughts on Hulk Hogan's reinstatement into the WWE Hall of Fame? Where do you see him now, I guess, entering the WWE universe? Do you see him now coming back on TV? Do you see him, maybe being a manager? Like, where do you see Hogan going from here now that I guess WWE has opened Pandora's box?
From a standpoint of like a viewership, seeing it as a lens through a businessman, I just feel like at this point Hogan just needs to just gain everyone's trust back, because his trust level with everybody in the wrestling world is very low, especially among the black people. And I just feel like at this point you can't really coach somebody through this. The best thing you can say is just like be the best version of yourself and be honest with yourself, and understand that there will be backlash from many different wrestlers from all different races that probably might have a few words with you. So do I care that he's back in the WWE? Not really, because I just see it as they do whatever they want. Vince does whatever he likes to do, so that's all on him. So at this point, though, I just hope that Hogan have grown from this. Even as old age, he's able to just mature onto his next stage of life. That, dang, I got knocked down a few pegs for my racist comments. I hope that his absence from the spotlight allowed him to have a different point of view and say that, dang, I should learn how to treat people and not, even though I'm not in front of a camera, I still have to be on my best behavior because I don't know who's listening, and I need to change my views how I view black people. So at this point, I just wish him the best. I'm gonna stay really neutral about this and stay on the fence about this and see what he does as a person.
All right. Sir Wilkins, what are your thoughts on, do you think Hogan should be back reinstated into the Hall of Fame? Do you think that the 3 years was enough time? Because once again, as even New Day said in their statement, it's like, we can move on from it. It is what it is, but we don't forget. So do you think, what do you think the locker room feels now that, they've reinstated him? And do you think that him being reinstated, I know these are a lot of questions, but I know you'll answer all of them. Do you think him being reinstated allows the wrestling... Greetings, fellow jobbers, and welcome to our 26th episode of the Jobber Tears podcast. As always, I am Janelle from HR, here with Mr. Mrblacc and Sir Wilkins. Once again, we are the Jobber Tears. So, once again, we'd like to thank everyone that is watching on the live feed as we speak, and those that have. Actually, thank you to the 201 subscribers on YouTube.
We broke 200.
Which is super dope. It's a super dope
But
and
keep subscribing, keep
exciting.
telling your
Yeah,
friends.
tell a friend to tell a friend. It doesn't matter if you're in New York, in Texas, in Hawaii, in Europe. Doesn't matter. Please just, if you like wrestling, subscribe, and make sure you always click that alert button to get all the new up and coming videos. How's everyone going so far? We actually have skipped. We took a summer Wednesday, so now we're back, and how's everyone's, summer been so far?
Hold up. So, the other day you posted something.
I posted something?
Yes.
What did I
On your
post?
Instagram.
What did I post?
I think it was about... Pull up your Instagram.
I post shit all the time.
It was a very interesting thing. It reminded me of the song Drake and Jaded.
Can I please do my job and introduce the podcast?
Yeah, in a minute.
No, let her pull up. Do the intro.
No, I got it.
she
No,
pulls up her
I can
Instagram.
pull it up.
This one.
Oh, it was factual.
Her Instagram post was, you can't date him and raise him at the same time.
Oh,
And then
Bars.
caption goes, can't raise a man, #mood.
bars.
I think you sound real jaded, my nigga.
No, it's
You
the
sound
truth.
real jaded.
It's not about being jaded. It's just the truth. When you realize certain things, like not saying everyone's perfect, or you're stepping into a situation that's a total package deal. But at the end of the day, I'm not your mom's B. Like, I'm not about to sit here.
This for women of our generation are very jaded.
It's not about being jaded at all.
I agree with you because because you can't raise a man, but y'all women ain't perfect. Y'all have a lot of bad habits too.
Absolutely.
Because
You know what? Let's do this for another podcast. Cause shit about to get real.
No, it's the truth.
I read that, I was looking like, y'all females ain't perfect either.
But it was not
Y'all do a lot
about-
of foolish. Like, my personal favorite is the pettiness. The pettiness. Y'all talking about, oh, instead of just forgiving a man, y'all would carry on into the next argument. I remember 3 months ago you did this, that, third.
So once again, it's not every female's like that.
And not every man have to be raised.
Correct. I agree, but I'm speaking on my behalf, and because I got my shit together. That doesn't mean absolutely.
Do you really?
We all got our issues, but you know what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, we all do.
There's a difference between, because I don't want nobody to get confused about who I am. There's a difference between not being perfect, because I'm not, and I have no problem saying that. I got my own shit, but I am a pretty well put together woman at the end of the day.
Hold on.
So,
I mean, 100% though, but like, don't throw shade like that.
it's not throwing shade. It's the truth.
Episode what?
Let him introduce episode.
Episode 26, aka the Kyle Cobra episode, aka I got a rocket for a freaking arm, aka Black Excellent, aka Welcome Back Carter. Now, next for Blacktron, the open wrestling one. Everybody's favorite moderator, Janelle from HR, aka Triple J. She from the legs. Everybody's favorite fitness porn star, Mr. Swaggy Souls over, Willpower's over 9,000. So Wilkins, aka Rico. He forms the arm. Mr. Plumber Prize, Mr. I Drove to Instagram models, Mr. Don't Let WWE Cousin Rhyme because I will banger, Leo, aka Dirty Dick. Leo, he formed the sword. Last but not least, though, Mr. This is why you're not sponsored. Pardon me. This is why we're not sponsored. Mr. Let Me Cook, Mr. Black, aka Dusty Black. I'm dirty nigga on the low. I'm from the torso on the head. Together, we form Blacktron. Let's go, episode 26, baby.
How did you decide who got what ligament? Like I just
What's
realized
funny to me is that Leo's a sword, and his name is Dirty Dick Leo.
I didn't realize that.
Shaped like a dick.
I didn't realize that.
That's why I started laughing.
No,
and then you put a nice G-rated TV show called Welcome Back Carter, and then you talk about the nigga's name is
Yo,
Dirty
I
Dick
thought
Leo.
you was talking about Vince Carter, so I was thinking like, what?
The sword Carter means a dick.
Yeah, because you're skinny. I didn't think it was a dick, but all right, leave it.
I mean, you clearly can't be a dick because I'm in the group, so like, we got to keep it gender neutral at the end of the day.
Yeah, I gotta be the dick.
I just wanted to know where, like, how
What?
each ligament was chosen. Like, how did I get legs? How the fuck you got what you got? How the fuck you the head and the torso?
I don't know. So I don't ask
Like, I
these questions.
just,
You know what, Voltron?
I just
No,
wanted to know.
but you know what? I don't ask these questions, and I would like to start the show because he just comes up with this, and I just nod my head and laugh. Because at this
Why?
point, it is what it is.
It's not though. Like,
It is what it is.
and
want me to legs?
it's like every week I sit here and I'm like, what the
You want to be the head?
pause? No.
I wasn't thinking nasty. You thinking mad sexual.
But you just sat here, I'm a dirty, you just said,
You did say I'm a dirty
nigga on the low.
Exactly, but I was trying to be sexual right now.
That is, I don't get that. Oh, you know what? So we're gonna open our first segment to Behind Gorillas Vision, because I don't know how that does not translate into being nasty. But
I wasn't. I'm talking about Mr. Black right now.
Yeah, but you said you a dirty nigga on the low. Like you gotta.
I have a huge announcement before we get started.
Well, so
So go ahead.
So,
Do you want like a drum roll or
I
something?
don't want no fucking drum roll.
I just asked.
I don't need
Relax.
a drum roll
I just asked.
for what I'm about to say. So I was challenged at a barbecue last week, at our barbecue,
wow.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, by true heels or true bitches, whichever one you want to call them. And I was told I didn't accept the challenge. I've accepted your challenge, Mr. True Heels, aka True Bitches. Your challenge has been accepted.
What's the challenge so the viewers at home
Please.
and on YouTube know?
What's the challenge?
What do you do?
The challenge is a match at Jobber Slam.
Wait, did you just give the rest of it?
That's it. It's been done. Let's start the show.
Did
Yes.
you not? Yo,
Yes.
there should have been pyro behind you. I'm like, do you have sound
Yo,
effects?
why you didn't tell me this before I would have prepared for this? Okay, I would have prepared for this. I would have got fireworks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there was that awkward silence, so that's why I was like, are you pointing to the WrestleMania
Did you
stuff?
catch that, Leo? Did you catch?
Y'all see the monkey?
That's my man Leo had my back. So it's done. Challenge accepted to Sid.
Oh, Sid from True Hills.
Now can I start my show?
Let's go.
I mean,
Our
our show,
show?
my bad.
You gotta hear yourself. What? Yeah. So we're gonna let the sound guy. We're gonna let the sound effect guy get his life together. But we're gonna open our first segment with Behind Gorilla's Position, and our OMG moment of this week is no other than the fucking Terry, aka
You said anybody's
Hulk
first name?
Hogan. Yeah, that's how you know it's fucking real. Terry.
Okay.
So, if you haven't already known, Hulk Hogan was this past weekend reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame. And there has been a lot of chitter-chatter among, the African American community in regards to Hulk Hogan's reinstatement. If you haven't already, Hulk Hogan definitely said the N-word, and, in a very, any way you say it is just not nice.
For everybody to hear?
What?
A clip for everybody to hear.
I don't have it. Well, if you look on YouTube and just type in Hulk Hogan says nigger, I'm pretty sure you can pull it up. So, between, other wrestlers, in the past have spoken about racism in, literally behind Gorilla and in the locker room, and, and even New Day, I think as of today, made a statement because they were getting so many questions and so, people asking, for their opinion. So now it's our turn. We're gonna, just give it flat out, our opinion. So I'm gonna start off with Mr. Black. What are your thoughts on Hulk Hogan's reinstatement into the WWE Hall of Fame? Where do you see him now, I guess, entering the WWE universe? Do you see him now coming back on TV? Do you see him, maybe being a manager? Like, where do you see Hogan going from here now that I guess WWE has opened Pandora's box?
From a standpoint of like a viewership, seeing it as a lens through a businessman, I just feel like at this point Hogan just needs to just gain everyone's trust back, because his trust level with everybody in the wrestling world is very low, especially among the black people. And I just feel like at this point you can't really coach somebody through this. The best thing you can say is just like be the best version of yourself and be honest with yourself, and understand that there will be backlash from many different wrestlers from all different races that probably might have a few words with you. So do I care that he's back in the WWE? Not really, because I just see it as they do whatever they want. Vince does whatever he likes to do, so that's all on him. So at this point, though, I just hope that Hogan have grown from this. Even at his old age, he's able to just mature onto his next stage of life. That, dang, I got knocked down a few pegs for my racist comments. I hope that his absence from the spotlight allowed him to have a different point of view and say that, dang, I should learn how to treat people and not, even though I'm not in front of a camera, I still have to be on my best behavior because I don't know who's listening, and I need to change my views how I view black people. So at this point, I just wish him the best. I'm gonna stay really neutral about this and stay on the fence about this and see what he does as a person.
All right. Sir Wilkins, what are your thoughts on, do you think Hogan should be back reinstated into the Hall of Fame? Do you think that the 3 years was enough time? Because once again, as even New Day said in their statement, it's like, we can move on from it. It is what it is, but we don't forget. So do you think, what do you think the locker room feels now that, they've reinstated him? And do you think that him being reinstated, I know these are a lot of questions, but I know you'll answer all of them. Do you think him being reinstated allows the wrestling community to think what he did was okay?
So this is very complex, and you did throw a lot at me, but
I did, my bad. I realized it. I was like, oh shit.
Let's just break it down real quick. Let's break down what he actually said. For the most part, he said basically that he doesn't like this fact his daughter's dating a bunch of niggas, dating a nigger, and that he preferred if it was a nigger with money, if she's gonna date a nigger, like some rich basketball player person. So that statement is big in itself. So let's kind of look at it from different lenses and everything. Basically, he's saying he prefers his daughter marries a white dude or a person that's not of color, for the most part. Now, most cultures are like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, if I have a daughter, the first I want my daughter to marry somebody that looks like me. 4 minutes away from midnight. But the thing is, this is where I differ from him. If she finds somebody that's nice, that's outside of it doesn't look like me, outside of my race, I'm okay with
I definitely agree with you on that one.
I'm so in love to that person. Now, is the locker room split? Of course it is. Mark Henry was on TMZ.
Yeah.
Which is mad weird. Just straight up wrestling becoming mad mainstream.
Nah, they be catching people all the time on TMZ.
So he said that the black wrestlers are split down the middle when it comes to supporting Hogan and not supporting Hogan. Titus O'Neil supposedly walked out the locker room in disgust.
Yeah, but I heard that's not true.
I heard it wasn't true.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't planned. He went home.
He was in books, so he went home. But usually,
toes.
Usually, that's why I think it's a little full of shit, because usually people stay throughout the whole show. So maybe because of that certain situation, he was allowed to leave. New Day said their statement as well. Now, Hogan is an icon in wrestling.
Yes. We'll never deny
we can't deny
what he's
that.
done for
He is on the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling.
100%.
Nobody can deny that. So, you gotta let him in. He has to be part of WWE history. You know who else we allow in WWE history? The Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, Ultimate had a lot of racist statements.
A lot of racist, homophobic comments he said. And we allow him, and then you can find that stuff online.
Yeah, it's still online.
The difference between Hogan and Ultimate Warrior is the level of star power. Hogan's a lot here. And
he's alive.
And also the amount of coverage that got. So from a business standpoint, they had to take him out real quick to make a statement. They also had to do that. They didn't really want to do that, but they had to do that.
I agree with you.
They had to do it. So that's why, because they're a publicly traded company now.
I mean,
but hold on. Now we continue going on, and my thoughts on this. People have asked me too. What did I think about this whole situation? Hogan is sorry because he got caught saying the word.
Of course.
In a racist manner.
Of course.
This isn't, yo, my nigga, what's up? This is, yo, my nigga, I don't like you.
Like your woke powers is waking up. Your woke powers is coming.
So that's the reason why he's saying sorry. And the way he's saying sorry is sorry that I said the word, not sorry that I'm a fucking racist and I was spewing out hate. That's the problem with this whole thing. That's why people's like, yo, I don't know if I can really fuck with this because this seems as more publicity, so he can look good.
But do you think if they wanted him to look good, would they have taken the 3 years to do it?
Yeah, because you wanted him to step away. It's a publicly traded company. So you want him out of here because it has to prove a point.
But does 3 years prove a point?
It looks good. It doesn't prove a point, it looks good. And now you let him back in, he's gone 3 years of being part of the Boys and Girls Club. Now he's an honoree in the Boys and Girls Club. So, and the reason why I think he's full of shit on it, because let's go back to WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
Who was his partner?
Mr. T.
Mr. T, a black man. So you work with black people closely.
Don't forget the undisputed movie he had with Zeus, aka
Exactly. You feuded with black people. So your mentality is racist. Point blank. So you can't come to me and say that, oh, he's doing something in the Boys and Girls Club, because you can work with black people and still hate the motherfuckers.
It's kind of a situation where I have two things which you were saying to take a piggy on that. It's just like everybody, all right, they're accepting Hogan, right? Cool, whatever. And then my thing is like, what about someone like Vader? Someone like China, or even like Chris Benoit? It's just like, it's kind of a lot of the gray areas when it comes to those areas.
And the reason why, because, and I'll answer that, Vader is politics.
But not even that. I just don't think that, they decided to do him yet. But I think now that he's passed,
they're probably
definitely going to
So what about China?
China X-rated movies.
But you accepted,
hold on.
but you accepted Hogan after 3 years. And X-rated movies was way before she died.
Yes, you're making sense.
That's the point.
That's the point. You're making sense. But the thing about you forget. And when we spoke to Rich Swann, what did he say?
Yeah.
When Triple H called him.
Yeah,
He told us that it's not us.
It's the investors.
It's the investors. So you have a PG program, and China did her thing in X-rated years, and with the drugs. And
I'm glad you said her thing. Wow.
It was very public.
It was.
So that's the reason why. And that's the reason why Hogan is out. My nigga, if this shit happened backstage and everybody in the fucking locker room heard that shit, nobody would give a fuck. Wrestling is a predominantly white sport. I had a homegirl say, "You like wrestling?" I thought it was like an old white dude in fucking Florida type of thing. People like that shit.
They make fun of like they on Frequent 2 podcast. They make fun of Cass. It's like, yeah, you know, that's the most white thing you could like is wrestling.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because
it actually isn't though.
It isn't, because we know that within the circle. From the outside looking in, it's predominantly white sport, and we speak about this. There's not many podcasts that's led by black people or people of color. This is a predominantly white sport. So it hurts because now I'm in your sport, I'm loving your sport, but one of your icons is disrespecting me. People that look like me. And that's the problem. But I can forgive. I can forget. But the thing about I can't truly forgive if I know you don't have empathy for what you fucking did.
I agree with you.
And that's why I think he lacks. That's why New Day is kind of saying low-key. And that's what Titus O'Neil is low-key saying too, because because they were there when he was making the speech to the team. You ever somebody tell you sorry, and you're like, and they don't mean shit? That's what the fucking Hogan thing I feel like was said to the locker room, where he's telling them sorry, and you forget he's a professional wrestler. I told you about wrestlers.
He's an actor.
Actors.
And he adds sauce to his stories all the time.
He's an actor.
He's an actor. So that means that he can tell you he's sorry and make you believe it. But I'm seeing right through the bullshit. And that's the reason why I can't take him seriously. But you know what? You kind of deserve to be back because of what you did for the business. But do I fuck with you? No. It's like that asshole that sits next to me at work. I gotta work with you, but I ain't gonna fuck with you. And I ain't gonna have drinks after you.
I agree with you.
And this goes back to how much hate is within this industry. As we talk about NXT, there's got a bunch of new people.
Black excellence is coming soon.
Yes. And they're gonna make a change within the sport. And my only thing is, does he deserve to be in WWE Hall of Fame? Yes. He's an icon. But do I fuck with him? And do I like him?
Nah.
No. And does he deserve to be on TV like you asked before? No.
So what it sounds like is just like Hogan deserves to be in Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But Terry doesn't.
Yes.
And I just feel like when he was apologizing to the locker room, when you were saying that, I kind of felt that he apologized, because I forget what, even like in a court case, he said that you disrespected my name. He was like, what you mean? Hogan and Terry, two different people. So maybe he came talking to them not as a human, but as a character player on television.
But the thing
Hogan.
is, your real side came out. And at the end of the day, the character that you play on TV is an exaggeration of who you are.
It's not too far from who you are.
So yes, that's a great defense. Matter of fact, you could be a lawyer saying this shit. Maybe you should have went to St. John's and studied law. But
because you're gonna be in debt forever.
But at the same time, it's still part of who you are. And that side that we saw, we opened up that window and looked in and saw that you're fucking racist. And I can't fully forgive you because you work with so many black people.
I agree.
Every single day. One of your biggest matches of your career was an African American and Samoan, but still a person of color. The Rock. The reason why you were popping, the reason why you came back as the red and yellow was because of The Rock. You know how fucking put you over?
And NWO just became a dub.
Yeah, NWO became a dub because of that match. The Rock put you the fuck over, your old ass. But it's okay. It's okay, my nigga. You racist, stay over there. That's it.
That's such an oxymoron.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, yes.
So would you guys compare Hogan to that basketball owner who did that basically?
Oh, in LA?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, same thing, same thing.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, racism is racism. Like, no matter how you color it, it's just like if you have a red marker and a red crayon, guess what? The shit is still red.
But
It
it's the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing. The guy from
That guy in LA, I think, really said worse. Like, really, like, my man, you own
Donald Sterling.
basically a black team.
yeah.
But did you see how the NBA handled it?
Yeah, oh, they covered the fuck out of that. They was like, yeah, not only we gonna take your old ass out, but we gonna do it real publicly. So that now you, I really do think they made an example out of him.
But you also gotta understand is that we're not gonna accept that in here because our players are majority black.
Yeah.
And with WWE, it's not majority black.
See, that's what I told you. I said the numbers out, you know.
You mentioned that in the text.
Yeah, I said to you, I said, you know, we're outnumbered. Like, every time we mention, you know, like whether it's, you know, black wrestlers or you know, wrestlers of color, and even, you know, when EC was here, like any, you know, person of color can tell you, like when you're in a situation, like we are the minority. Like that's just what it is.
Like,
so
The Rock had to deny his blackness at times. He said. I don't know. He didn't say it, but there's been stories that's been him, so he could get over. And JTG talks about a legend calling him a fucking nigger at a bar.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
So that's why people are angry about like, yo, we're gonna continue accepting, but the New Day is like, you know, we're gonna push forward and be so popping that they have to let us in. It's like they gotta let us in.
yeah.
And with Keith Lee coming through,
At Keith Lee, you know, I like
Keith
your
Lee
girl.
is gonna change the game.
Community to think what he did was okay.
So this is very complex, and you did throw a lot at me, but
I did, my bad. I realized it. I was like, oh shit.
Let's just break it down real quick. Let's break down what he actually said. For the most part, he said basically that he doesn't like the fact his daughter's dating a bunch of niggas, dating a nigger, and that he preferred if it was a nigger with money, if she's gonna date a nigger, like some rich basketball player person. So that statement is big in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kind of look at it from different lenses and everything. Basically, he's saying he prefers his daughter marries a white dude or a person that's not of color, for the most part. Now, most cultures are like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, if I have a daughter, the first I want my daughter to marry somebody that looks like me. 4 minutes away from midnight. But the thing is, this is where I differ from him. If she finds somebody that's nice, that's outside of my, it doesn't look like me, outside of my race, I'm okay with
I definitely agree with you on that one.
I'm so in love to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is the locker room split? Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Henry was on TMZ.
Yeah.
Which is mad weird. Just straight no wrestling becoming mad mainstream.
Nah, they be catching people all the time on TMZ.
So he said that
Bless you.
the black wrestlers are split down the middle when it comes to supporting Hogan and not supporting Hogan. Titus O'Neil supposedly walked out the locker room in disgust.
Yeah, but I heard that that's not true.
I heard it wasn't true.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't planned. He went home.
He was in books, so he went home. But usually,
Toes.
usually, that's why I think it's a little full of shit, because usually people stay throughout the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe because of that certain situation, he was allowed to leave. New Day said their statement as well. Now, Hogan is an icon in wrestling.
Yes. We'll never deny.
We can't deny
what he's
that.
done.
He is on the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling.
100%.
Nobody can deny that. So you gotta let him in. He has to be part of WWE history.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else we allow in WWE history? The Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, Ultimate had a lot of racist statements.
A lot of racist, homophobic comments he said. And we allow him, and then you can find that stuff online.
Yeah, still online.
The difference between Hogan and Ultimate Warrior is the level of star power. Hogan's a lot here. And
he's alive.
And also the amount of coverage that got. So from a business standpoint, they had to take him out real quick. Mm-hmm. to make a statement. Mm-hmm. They had to do that. Mm-hmm. They didn't really want to do that, but they had to do that.
I agree with you.
They had to do it. So that's why, because they're a publicly traded company now.
I mean,
but hold on. Now we continue going on, and my thoughts on this, people have asked me too, what did I think about this whole situation? Hogan is sorry because he got caught saying the word.
Of course.
In a racist manner.
Of course.
This isn't, yo, my nigga, what's up? This is, yo, my nigga, I don't like you.
Like your woke powers is waking up. Your woke powers is coming.
So that's the reason why he's saying sorry. And the way he's saying sorry is sorry that I said the word, not sorry that I'm a fucking racist and I was spewing out hate. That's the problem with this whole thing. That's why people's like, yo, I don't know if I can really fuck with this because this seems as more publicity, so he can look good.
But do you think if they wanted him to look good, would they have taken the 3 years to do it?
Yeah, because you wanted him to step away. It's a publicly traded company. So you want him out of here because it has to prove a point.
But does 3 years prove a point?
It looks good. It doesn't prove a point, it looks good. And now you let him back in, he's gone 3 years of being part of the Boys and Girls Club. Now he's an honoree in the Boys and Girls Club. So, and the reason why I think he's full of shit on it, because let's go back to WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
Who was his partner?
Mr. T.
Mr. T, a black man. So you work with black people. Closely.
Don't forget the Undisputed movie he had with Zeus, aka
Exactly. You feuded with black people. So your mentality is racist. Point blank. So you can't come to me and say that, oh, he's doing something in the Boys and Girls Club, because you can work with black people and still hate the motherfuckers.
It's kind of a situation where I have two things what you were saying to take a piggy on that. It's just like everybody, all right, they're accepting Hogan, right? Cool, whatever. And then my thing is like, what about someone like Vader? Someone like China, or even like Chris Benoit? It's just like, it's kind of a lot of gray areas when it comes to those areas.
And
the reason why, because, and I'll answer that, Vader is politics.
But not even that, I just don't think that, they decided to do him yet. But I think now that he's passed,
they're definitely going to.
So what about China?
China X-rated movies.
But you accepted,
hold on.
You accepted Hogan after 3 years. And X-rated movies was way before she died.
Yes, you're making sense.
That's the point.
That's the point. You're making sense. But the thing about you forget. And when we spoke to Rich Swann, what did he say?
Yeah.
When Triple H called him, he told us that it's not us.
It's the investors.
It's the investors. So you have a PG program, and China did her thing in X-rated years, and with the drugs. And
I'm glad you said her thing. Wow.
It was very public.
It was.
So that's the reason why. And that's the reason why Hogan is out. My nigga, if this shit happened backstage and everybody in the fucking locker room heard that shit, nobody would give a fuck. Wrestling is a predominantly white sport. I had a homegirl say, you like wrestling? I thought it was like an old white dude in fucking Florida type of thing. People like that shit.
They even make fun of, like, they even on Freaking 2 podcast, they make fun of cats. It's like, that's most white thing you could like is wrestling.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Cause
it actually isn't, though.
It isn't, because we know that within the circle. From the outside looking in, it's predominantly white sport. And we speak about this. There's not many podcasts that's led by black people or people of color. This is a predominantly white sport. So it hurts because now I'm in your sport, I'm loving your sport, but one of your icons is disrespecting me. People that look like me. And that's the problem. But I can forgive. I can forget. But the thing about I can't truly forgive if I know you don't have empathy for what you fucking did.
I agree with you.
And that's why I think he lacks. That's why New Day is kind of saying low-key. And that's what Titus O'Neil is low-key saying too, because because they were there when he was making the speech to the team. You ever somebody tell you sorry? And you're like, and they don't mean shit? That's what the fucking Hogan thing I feel like was said to the locker room. Where he's telling them sorry, and you forget he's a professional wrestler. I told you about wrestlers.
He's an actor.
Actors.
And he adds sauce to his stories all the time.
He's an actor.
He's an actor. So that means that he can tell you I'm sorry and make you believe it. But I'm seeing right through the bullshit. And that's the reason why I can't take him seriously. But you know what? You kind of deserve to be back because of what you did for the business. But do I fuck with you? No. It's like that asshole that sits next to me at work. I gotta work with you, but I ain't gonna fuck with you. And I ain't gonna have drinks after you.
I agree with you.
And this goes back to how much hate is within this industry. As we talk about NXT, there's got a bunch of new people.
Black excellence is coming soon.
Yes. And they're gonna make a change within the sport. And my only thing is, does he deserve to be in WWE Hall of Fame? Yes. He's an icon. But do I fuck with him? And do I like him?
Nah.
No.
So-
and does he deserve to be on TV like you asked before? No.
So what it sounds like is just like Hogan deserves to be in Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
but Terry doesn't.
Yes.
And I just feel like when he was apologizing to the locker room when you were saying that, I kind of felt that he apologized because I forget what, even like in a court case, he said that you disrespected my name. He was like, what you mean? Hogan and Terry, two different people. So maybe he came talking to them not as a human, but as a character player on television.
But the thing
Hogan.
is, your real side came out. And at the end of the day, the character that you play on TV is an exaggeration of who you are.
It's not too far from who you are.
So yes, that's a great defense. Matter of fact, you could be a lawyer saying this shit. Maybe you should have went to St. John's and studied law.
No, because you're gonna be in debt forever.
But at the same time, it's still part of who you are. And that side that we saw, we opened up that window and looked in and saw that you're fucking racist.
I agree.
And I can't fully forgive you because you work with so many black people.
I agree.
Every single day. One of your biggest matches of your career was an African American and Samoan, but still a person of color. The Rock. The reason why you were popping, the reason why you came back as the red and yellow was because of The Rock. You know how fucking put you over?
And NWO just became a dub. Because
Yeah, and that became a dub because of that match. The Rock put you the fuck over, your old ass. But it's okay. It's okay, my nigga. You racist, stay over there. That's it.
That's such an oxymoron.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, yes.
So would you guys compare Hogan to that basketball owner who did that basically?
Oh, in LA?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
got
same
you
thing,
too.
same thing.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, racism is racism. Like, no matter how you color it, it's just like if you have a red marker and a red crayon, guess what? The shit is still red.
But
It
it's the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing.
What?
The guy from
That guy in LA, I think, really said worse. Like, really,
Who?
like, my man, you own
Donald Sterling.
basically a black team.
yeah.
But did you see how the NBA handled it?
Yeah, oh, they covered the fuck out of that. They was like, yeah, not only we gonna take your old ass out, but we gonna do it real publicly. So
But-
that
but-
now you,
but-
I really do think they made an example out of him.
But you also got to understand is that we're not going to accept that in here because our players are majority black.
Yeah.
And with WWE, it's not majority black.
See, that's what I told you. I
So-
said the numbers out, you know.
You
out-
mentioned that in the text.
Yeah, I said to you, I said, you know, we're outnumbered. Like,
Well,
every time we mention, you know, like whether it's, you know, black wrestlers or you know, wrestlers of color, and even, you know, when EC was here, like any, you know, person of color can tell you, like when you're in a situation, like we are the minority. Like that's just what it is.
Like,
So
The Rock had to deny his blackness at times, he said. I don't know, he didn't say it, but there's been stories that's been him, so he can get over. And JTG talks about a legend calling him a fucking nigger at a bar.
yeah, I heard. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why people are angry about, like, yo, we're gonna continue something, but the New Day is like, you know, we're gonna push forward and be so popping that they have to let us in. It's like they gotta let us in.
yeah.
And with Keith Lee coming through,
Oh, at Keith Lee, you know. I like
Keith
your
Lee
girl.
is gonna change the game. EC is not gonna be told he's gonna be a janitor or be riding a fucking mower. He can really build a different type of character. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I'm trying to say is that even playing field for everybody.
Again, I'm gonna end it off this way. A lot of the old guards gotta go. Because a lot of these old ideas, how they present these wrestlers, they gotta go.
He has a point.
Because like
agree with that, though.
how can you like basically like just like with like a certain like company, they say how that you have your fitness company, whatever, right? You get a very old age, and a lot of the methods that you do to see for your fitness company is not working. And your son looking at you.
I'm with you on
okay.
that. You have to tell. You have to
Yeah,
explain
yeah,
to her.
but I just feel like how that a lot of these old guards gotta go. I just feel like, example, reason why that Booker T wasn't champion, an old guard. A lot of these other,
I don't think he wasn't champion because of an old guy.
No, I said an old guard. I don't know who. An old guard can be somebody who's been in the business for a while, somebody who's been in Vince's ear, but a lot of these old guards gotta go. Because if you really want to change, I feel like what Shane's doing Triple H, he's kind of the new guard coming in. Shane, the new guard coming in. But as far
ain't got
as
nothing to do with the business. I'll tell you right now.
Like I was saying before, a lot of these old guys gotta go.
No, I get what you're. I get what
like
you're
how
saying.
that-
Some gotta go.
Of course.
Some
That's why I
gotta
said
go.
that some of these old guys gotta go.
And I understand because you look at, for instance, music. For instance, the music industry, where you have a lot of people who've been from years back, but don't understand the current culture and the current climate.
Will Smith said it.
But things are changing though.
Yeah, but Will Smith said it in the Rap Radio's podcast. He said this exact way. Yo, back in the day, it was cool to be mysterious, but I had to grow with the times and become more open.
And I get what you're saying, but you still need the old guards to help with things, because at the end of the day, there's some old guards out there who pass, like for instance, Dusty Rhodes.
But see, I think a lot of like the reason why I'm like half and half with it, because you have guys like Dean Malenko, you have guys like Billy Kidman in the back, you have guys like fucking Arn Anderson in the back, you have guys like I mean.
But look who you mentioned though.
But that's what I'm saying, half and half. But these guys are in their 50s. They're old guys.
Yes.
But this is what he said and I said. Some of the old guys gotta go.
Not old for wrestling.
Exactly.
Think about that. Dean Malenko was on TV just about like 10 years ago.
But
not old for wrestling.
But he's been on TV, like that gap was 10 years ago, but he had already been on TV for 20.
Yeah, but the thing about it, he started when he was like 10. Let's just keep it a buck.
Out of the fucking womb type shit.
He's Mexican. He's Spanish. They start young.
The only person that I would say that is like on the old and just very old school is the guy from Freebird.
Michael Hayes?
Yeah.
But I'm saying this way. I'm gonna say this way.
The only person that I would say.
But this is why I'll never say names exactly who has to go.
Nah,
because like personally, I'm not behind there. I don't know what they're saying. So we might say Michael Hayes from different people have been saying that, but what if like it's not Michael Hayes saying certain stuff? What if like a guy like Dean or like how that someone else like Finn Finley? I don't know. It could be like
Fit would never disappoint us.
How do you know this? You don't know this. So this is why I said that to be the grandest stage is certain people got to go. I don't know who.
I can't give you that because I feel some gotta go.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Anybody from that ultra golden era,
yeah,
about 60% gotta go. Because you know why? They're completely outdated.
Exactly.
And the names that you mentioned are attitude era people. ECW time around that time, where they kind of still with the program and see how the world is changing. Now let's talk about, before we switched over, let's talk about Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan when they started NWO. Kevin Nash
with Pac.
Was the era after Hulk Hogan.
Preach these devils, Rico Haiti. Preach these devils.
And he even said that like, yo, we gotta change with the times. We gotta do some more hip hop type.
This is why he had the bandana like Pac. This is why he had his jersey coming out like Pac.
So that's the reason why what he's trying to say. But I can't give you 100% because Dusty Rhodes saw talent in people that people didn't even look at.
See, but the thing
and this is why I said that certain people, like you said, that have that. You said have that
eye.
Yeah.
But like you said, the golden era, and you said certain people out of era. I don't know. This is why I said that. Whoever has an own mindset and doesn't see the business for what is becoming, gotta go. That's from any era.
Oh, Michael Hayes gotta go.
I don't
somebody
know.
said that.
You gotta go. Like if this was Survivor.
No. Michael Hayes gotta go.
He gotta go.
Michael Hayes gotta go. We'll do anything.
And you know how I know that? Because if once again everyone that uses their $9.99 correctly, if you watch one of my favorite things to watch on the network is Legends of Wrestling, and it basically is like this, but like a panel. And it literally has me, Gene, as the mediator, and it has other people, and Michael Hayes is typically on that shit, like almost every fucking episode, and it's just like, oh, some of the things they're saying are either really, really on borderline racist, or really just old, or really just outdated,
that's the thing,
and really, like, the thing is that he knows his era, period. But guess what? We're not in that era anymore.
Exactly.
So it's hard.
Guys who not moving on, and that's a lot of people. When you get that age,
and it's the same with music, like
you just stuck there because you think that what worked between when you were wrestling is gonna work again. And that's the problem going with WWE because there's
of the white guy,
and that's why you have shows.
Tommaso's.
No, stop! I read it too. Stop.
He's NXT champion.
Yeah.
What?
On fucking TV. Woo! You see me respond to that? Spoiler alert. Thanks a lot. Like fuck. Now I gotta go home and watch it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Alright, we'll go.
All right, so
Muscle chopper.
Chopper style, chopper
Why was
style.
that the
chopper
one
style,
thing you thought of?
Chopper style. We love chopper.
We love chopper. We love chopper.
Yo,
we love
I
chopper.
really do though. I really do. But you know what?
champion.
But what's crazy about
Big
that is
Chopper?
I really want to know the behind that, because that either means they lost faith in Alistair for him to lose on some regular ass TV shit.
Alistair's trash. The champion. Let's keep it a buck.
Well, yeah.
He's not. He's
Yeah,
not.
He's not
a champ.
Not a champ.
All right, so
He's chasing that shit.
Which is bad because.
oh, wait, hold up. Breaking news: Ciampa is champion.
No.
This is what we talking about.
We love chopper.
I didn't want to
We
put it
love
all on that. That
Oh,
is
by the
what
time
I
it comes
wanted.
back, it's good.
Eli said it won't be on TV
It won't.
It
until
won't.
next week.
Oh yeah, because
Oh, so it's taped. So someone in fucking Florida spoiled it for everyone.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay,
Damn.
got it.
Oh.
But regardless, like, that just says a lot. But the whole thing about, even when we were in NOLA, everybody was, everyone likes the character Alistair Black, but he will drown in the main roster. Like,
100%.
drown.
100%.
So the
He's not
fact that,
charismatic
but
enough.
the fact that he just lost the title just is. I don't
Or it
think
could
so.
be that he's injured.
That's true.
So
But
like,
I'm saying
I don't think.
But
trash.
Ciampa as champion, like, oh my
Great.
god. All right, so let's move on great champions.
oh my god.
Well,
Good job.
Let's move on as great champions.
anyway, actually, I'm going to, before we do get to great champions, I just want to ask one question, because a few episodes ago, we had broke a rumor, a OMG moment that Vince made me have to take back because he pulled out his big dick and said, nah, fuck that, we not doing
Oh
it.
yeah.
But because it's been some time, so I do want to talk about this really quickly. So if you have not known to the wrestling world, WrestleMania weekend will be here in our lovely city of New York City, and NXT Takeover will be in Brooklyn at Barclays the night before WrestleMania. But also, that was now formally announced, is that ROH and New Japan will be together throwing Supercard at Madison Square Garden the same night. So I just want to ask one simple question to you guys, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. How is WWE going to compete with Supercard?
Perform a better show. They
But
have
how?
to now.
Like, what would you, like, who would you put on the, like, how do you see NXT being built
So
for that show?
I already see it happening, and this is why he was taking off. They took the belt off of him. There.
Oh shoot, he's an indie star.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah. And
Ciampa?
Not Ciampa.
Alistair
He's talking about Black.
Yeah, like I agree with him. Like this is why they took him on, because Ciampa is a king. I'm like basically an indie star. If you see one of the people that you watch growing an indie, why not?
No, but the
that's
fact
smart.
that you can
Listen,
have
so-
Okada in New York,
Yeah,
that's
it's
huge.
What they're trying to do is, that's why they brought Keith Lee over.
Mm-hmm.
That card for NXT Takeover next year is gonna be stacked.
Yeah, probably like
and
3 hours.
stacked.
Probably 4 hours.
It's gonna be a three.
Definitely not gonna be 4 hours,
gonna be
because
a-
that's the one plus that NXT has perfected. Is like you're in and you're out. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna give me quality over length. And with Supercard, because I went this year for the first time, Supercard is like WrestleMania. It was fucking long. Like if you're not mentally prepared for that,
Yeah,
it's
and
not cool.
It's gonna be, but the thing about it, they're gonna stack NXT card. Like I was talking to Kervin, and I was like, yo, next year's NXT card is gonna be so it's gonna be like NXT Takeover 2. Remember how like amazing that was?
Okay.
Like,
First one was really good.
yeah, they're
actually.
gonna basically be like, yo, here, just do anything that you want.
Because and I was talking to some of the boys before we watched Extreme Rules. I think they're gonna have to, if they're smart, they're gonna have to pull some alum from NXT.
They have no problem
Like
doing that.
pull a Seth for a second, pull a Big E, pull a Finn. Like they're gonna have to stack it, and it's not just in terms of quantity to match what Supercard's gonna do, but you gotta give us something.
Because you're right. Because Supercard is more like a regular federation, right? It's like the biggest federation in indies. It's like the biggest indie.
It's
like,
basically gonna be All In.
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah, exactly. It's so many stars from the indie circuit, so they're gonna have to pull it. Like NXT is gonna be in trouble, but they're gonna be fine.
All right, I agree with you. Well.
All right, so see, as quick as that, I didn't want to bring that up because I know some people did hit me up and was like, "You guys should talk about Supercard coming to New York and it being official," which I think is a really big deal. I don't even know where I'm gonna. I'm
going to NXT.
I don't even know. Like I don't know.
The ticket's gonna be cheap.
Garden might be.
Nah, Garden's expensive.
Garden's expensive to run, but
that's Brittany MSG, son. She knows.
I know from the fucking house show. Like we went to the house show, we thought the tickets were gonna drop. They never dropped.
They never did?
Nope, they were still like 50 and above. So I mean, I had a promo code, so I was Gucci, but them tickets never dropped. So we're gonna talk about the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Great champions.
Is going to present at the 2018 ESPY Awards this year. So she will. The ESPYs, if you don't already know, stands for Excellence in Sports. Yearly, it honors the best in the sporting world, and we finally got someone to represent us, and I think it's pretty cool.
John Cena did it once, didn't he?
John Cena, what did he host?
Yeah, he hosted ESPYs once.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's all the hosting. John Cena is just
Huh?
Yeah, we know light skin
wrestlers. We know light skin. Drake never been a wrestler.
We know light skin.
But why did you mention that? It's very
cool.
irrelevant to the conversation.
It's alright. No, you just wanted to act. It's alright.
It's fine.
Don't let him do that to you. I mean, light skin, but don't let him do that to you. Alright, so.
It's actually tonight.
Oh, well, in TV time, it would be Wednesday, but stop trying to get this flyer. I know that's what you're trying to do, because then you're going to smack me and then we got a problem.
Shout out to Chuck Daddy.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, Wednesday, when we tape, is tonight. So my question to you gentlemen, is Charlotte the face of women's wrestling today?
I mean,
let me hear this.
I ain't gonna say, oh no, I'm not gonna put my bias onto this, but yeah, she's the face of WWE wrestlers.
Oh, okay, I thought so.
Yeah, like why would I hate on like her accomplishment?
Because you're a hater.
Oh my gosh, you know what? You need to.
A hater.
Oh shoot, no.
Wait, is that your voice?
No, it's
this is.
Oh my God.
You need to.
Wait.
Your lane.
All right, stay in your lane, nigga.
Stay in your lane.
All right, because.
Are a hater.
All right. So I recommend.
Do you sit in the apartment?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be at work. Like I literally have a notepad of ideas and stuff I want to do. So I put it down and I figure I already have to execute it. Like it's a whole library plan I do. Yeah. So she's definitely the face, and it only makes sense to put her as the face because like how that she gets the rub from her dad, Ric Flair. We all know that how that Ric Flair is basically pop culture, basically hip hop. How many songs you mentioned with Flair? Then we get a woo or chop like Ric Flair, etc., etc., etc. There's a great one WWE to transition her to be more mainstream. It could have been Ronda Rousey, but it's too early in Ronda Rousey's career because she still had that UFC paint on her. It's gonna take a while to get that UFC paint and make it fresh for WWE. They working on it, but Charlotte is the best move because she's homegrown talent. She went nowhere else. She started from NXT. She was NXT champion. She was Divas champion. Why not? This is the most decorated woman currently on WWE. So, this is a great new WWE.
Do not sit here and talk all day about Charlotte because we ain't got the time.
Relax.
Thank you.
First things first, all hail the Queen.
No.
All hail the Queen.
No. I don't see Charlotte on this cup. Oh, I don't. Oh, I see Alexa Bliss. I see Naomi.
Where is that from?
Doesn't matter.
I just was asking, relax. Like I just asked the
I don't see
question.
Charlotte on this cup. But she's the
okay.
face. Oh, I see Sasha.
Shut up.
I see Amber Moon.
Shut up. I'm trying to agree.
That's a different brand.
No, it's SummerSlam.
No, but he's talking about Ember when she was on NXT.
But like I said, all hail the Queen first of all. Number two, she's the face. She's the face. The face that runs the place, and she is the brand ambassador.
Well, yeah, you know, she did the, you know, ESPN body, she did the body issue. You know, when they just had, you know, NBC thing, she was there with Nia Jax and Ronda.
Yeah.
Like, she's
perfect.
And Ronda is going to be the new face sooner or later.
I don't think so.
No,
She is.
It is.
She is.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So, you know, we have to do the legends or whatever, right? We have the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So, I was speaking to them. So we have to pay it a different way now, and they upped the price. So they sent the email to me. They forwarded me the email, and it says, literally in the email, it says WWE has become more mainstream. It has superstars on the roster now. First name on there was Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
And
she's actually, like before, like spoiler to Raw, but like you see that she's trying.
But you see that
she's working hard.
She's trying.
Trying and dope are two different
That haircut
things.
is horrible.
She got the Billy Gunn haircut. I mean, yeah. Billy Gunn or
Billy Gunn. It's Billy Gunn. That's
no, it's a Road Dogg.
Yeah, Road Dogg. My bad.
Yeah.
What bothers me is how, like, that's the thing. I want to see more wrestling out of Ronda, and I want it to be a little bit more fluid. But that takes time, so I understand that, because the way she dragged, the way she, like, bitches is not an octagon. Like, she'll drag someone and, like, forget it that you're supposed to place them some way. I think she forgets where she is sometimes, and you can see it. So that's why I'm not there yet.
I hate the face that she makes, though. It's my only issue. I would hate to see her orgasm face. But anyways, it's a different conversation.
But she has a really, like, not pretty face.
No, it's very like.
It's real manly.
No, it's not even. It's just. She seems like it just.
Thank you.
It's still confused and angry. Like the face that I make a lot.
So, like, you shitting?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
What happened? What? Why'd you laugh?
Yeah, we went offline.
Why'd you?
What? Imagine you said that. Like, you know, the face I make, you know, like, I'm confused and taking a crap at the same time. What?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I just casually said it though. Like, really? Like, I was just like, what? Like,
That was it's just-
Sorry, it's just the way.
But anyways, yeah, she
sometimes.
Charles the face. That makes the face.
Okay.
all right, next topic. What's up?
But I have a question.
Sure.
Isn't Ronda kind of the face also if she's a playable character like how Goldberg was the playable last time?
You heard nothing.
You're talking about the game?
Yeah.
You're talking about 2K.
Yeah.
So those that do not know, 2K19, AJ Styles is on the cover. And if you
Still ain't buying
pre-order, you get to be you're able to play not only Rey Mysterio, so Mr.
Did y'all call
619.
us already? Because we promote this brand like
I know. It's just what it,
This
we're
motherfucker-
building it, don't worry. So if you do pre-order 2K19 WWE, you get to play Rey Mysterio, but you also get to play Ronda Rousey.
I think that was a real good
So-
move on their part because
I mean,
when
it's
they
just
said
using her name.
no, because when they said Rey Mysterio, I was like, okay, he just got removed 2 years ago, so that's nothing new. I was
No,
excited.
Ray hasn't been in the E for a minute.
No, I'm talking about in the games. It was not that long ago. So I was just like, okay, he just missed 2 years, all right? But Ronda Rousey, she hasn't been in no WWE games ever. That is a cash grab right there.
I mean, that's if you play the game. So
Yeah, but like how that you're not gonna cite the people who really usually buy the game with Rey Mysterio. You're excited with Ronda.
Okay.
I mean, but if you're a wrestling fan, you're gonna maybe be a little bit more excited about Ray.
No, because
And
like
AJ.
last year model, like when people made this year's game that just came out last year, the models that they made for Rey Mysterio on the like you could download right off the internet. So a lot of people not
But
excited
this
for
could
it.
be something very different. Is what
Nah,
I'm
this
saying.
is the same thing. Like literally, that's how good the Rey Mysterio people be created. Like it looks better than the older model. Like they have different clothes. They had like the peacock one he did. Trust me.
I did like that peacock one.
Trust me. So like how that hearing that Rey Mysterio, okay, but Ronda? Nobody make a good model on Ronda. But this is exciting having Ronda as a pre-order
first
bonus.
time.
So that's exciting.
All right, so we're gonna end off Gorilla's position with the rumor of the week. So those that know, Survivor Series this year will be in the West Coast, lovely LA. So the Staples Center will not only get Survivor Series, probably Raw and SmackDown too, but they will also rumored to get NXT TakeOver War Games. So as everyone knows, last year they brought back Dusty's good old thought of War Games that he created. So last year it was Sanity versus the Undisputed Era versus Authors of Pain, and to be honest, it was by far one of the top matches in NXT of last year. And bringing back War Games was a huge deal. For those that do not know, once again, use your $9.99 and watch, some War Games matches on WCW side of things, and you'll, enjoy it as well. So my question to you gentlemen, what teams, because that's the one thing too with NXT now, they're not so tag team heavy right now. What teams do you see? So pick 3 teams that you would like to see in this year's War Games.
I would say the best way to really promote stuff is get a team for the UK division.
So tell me.
I guess Mustache Mountain. I can't recall what that team is called. Get
That's what they call.
Okay, Mustache Mountain. That's the hottest team
so
right there.
So that's Trent Seven, and what's this little scrawny name? Fuck, I forgot his name. I just know Trent.
Yeah, so Mustache Mountain. That's a good way to say that how the NXT UK. That's going to promote their brand. Get everyone excited. Boom. You get like a somewhat bubbling type of team that's basically up and coming. I say the guys who competed for the tag team championship. What's that dude's name? What's that team's name? They competed for the tag team championship last Chicago Takeover.
Oh, you're talking about not Lars Sullivan. You're talking about Danny Burch.
Yes.
And
yes. Get a team like that. Get them because
so that's 2 UK
boom.
guys.
And of course, you gotta get the winners to defend their title, Undisputed Era. Right then and then, great match, sir. Great match. You probably up the ante. Probably might make it like a team-based UK versus UK NXT versus United States NXT elimination right there. There's so much different potential, but I think that you make sure you have some UK guys there to promote their brand on the highest stage.
I'm with you with Mustache Mountain being there. Undisputed Era has to be in there. I think Heavy Machinery should be in there.
Oh, what about? I'm always gonna say War Machine. I'm sorry, but I know that's not what their name.
What is it? The War of Machines or something?
Isn't it Heavy Machinery?
No, you're talking about no. It is Heavy Machinery. No, you're talking about Heavy Machinery. I'm talking about the team I would actually use instead of them is War Machine, but War Machine is not the name that they use in NXT. So I can't. I just
War Raiders.
War Raiders.
I'm like, to me, they're always gonna be War Machine. So I don't even know why. Yeah. And I know WWE probably didn't own that name, so that's probably why they didn't use it. But I would use them over.
I put all 4 of them in there.
That's fair.
Put all 4 of them in there and just have that crazy.
That's a lot of bodies.
That's what's the point. It's 2 rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
big ass cage.
Yeah, but we just said 2 tag teams that combined weight is probably over a G.
And then Mustache Mountain is like
them niggas is like 10 kilos. So
no, Mustache Mountain is small. It's like me and Leo teaming up.
That's what I said, 10 kilos.
Yeah, and then you have Undisputed Era, which is a bunch of small dudes too.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted it that big and then the small. Pause.
So yeah.
All right, those that are watching on the live feed, before we do get into our Extreme Rules recap, who would you like to see in this year's War Games? You can put in the comments below. And those that are watching on YouTube land, you can also put in the comments below as well.
Elijah said War Raiders, Mustache Mountain, Undisputed Era.
Okay.
Word Life said Mustache Mountain is a must.
Okay.
And Chuck Daddy 7 said The Mighty.
Oh, the fucking TM61 niggas? Nah, you're good.
I haven't seen them in a minute. Alright, so
I'm mad they changed their names and thought that was gonna change my mind. No.
I was thought that was
bad. Definitely.
Alright, so we're gonna move on to our second segment, which is the WWE recap. So those that do know, in the land of the E, we had Extreme Rules this past Sunday, which was out of Kurt Angle's hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, as we always do, 2 ups, 2 downs in our honor of up, down, down. But this pay-per-view, guys, I cannot deal. I'm so glad I didn't go.
It wasn't that bad.
It would have been a waste of money.
It wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that bad.
It was terrible.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad.
Alright, so you need 2 ups and 2 downs.
My biggest up was the B team winning. I was so happy.
I don't care what anyone says. BT is fucking dope. And I mean, backstage, you know, the reason why, because they actually didn't change that. I don't think it's a day of.
Yeah.
Was that because of Bray's accident?
Yeah.
They didn't want to take that chance, so they took the titles off of him because of his accident.
It's alright.
Right, like I'm just like, fuck it. Like, let Bo get his... And every time they would try to cut a promo after the match, I thought he was going to say Bo leaves, so I was waiting for it, and he didn't say it, and I was like, fuck.
So I was so angry that I didn't get to see the finisher because I was moving a table, moving a chair around, so I didn't get to see it, but I was so happy that they won. Like ecstatic. I actually enjoyed Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. I actually kind of enjoyed that match and how it went down. My down was Rusev not winning.
Yes, I definitely think Rusev should have won.
Rusev not winning.
That was the match of the night. Their match was pretty dope.
Yeah, but I didn't like the fact that he didn't win.
Yeah.
My down, I really did not like the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. I did not enjoy that match. What the fuck
they was doing with that? Like, I don't know. I know the idea is to keep Daniel Bryan safe, but just come on.
Give me some more positives, Daddy. Come on.
No. That was it.
Two ups, two
downs.
Oh, dang.
We got a ship to run. So we just not gonna talk the remake of the Undertaker Mick Foley fall? We not gonna talk about that?
I forgot all about that shit. My bad. Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna talk about that remake?
So, they definitely signed Kevin Owens to a long-term contract.
He did. He signed like 5 years.
I'm just saying, like,
they put him through the ringers with them.
They'll be like, yo, listen, you signed this 5 years, you stuck with us. So we're gonna do what the fuck we want to do with you. Hey, throw him off the ring, throw him off the chamber.
I kind of felt that. I don't know.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was excessively unnecessary.
Thank you.
Like, there was no point of that, but I liked it.
It would have been cool if he just got mad, but then again, they already did that spot. He just picked him up and literally just throw him against the cage. Then he rolls out, he wins. Something like, but then
that's what I liked about it was the fact that he threw him off the cage.
Yeah, but
and he won. Kevin Owens finally got a W over Braun Strowman.
But it's like it's something like, all right, cool.
No, it was cool.
It was nostalgic.
It was like a summer breeze. Like, all right, cool. I appreciate the breeze, but all right, it's satisfying.
It was very nostalgic for me. It was really.
But
good.
I guess my ups, my downs is. Let's start with my downs. My down is I have to say Kevin Owens versus the Braun Strowman match. Reason why I had to get it down, not for the finish, is just the match itself. It felt very like.
It was an Extreme Rules match. They followed the rules.
What?
It was in a cage.
No, I'm just saying how that. I'm not saying that they followed rules, nothing like that. I'm saying that I expected more for that match. I expected a lot more from that match because I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I didn't like the match was whack. Like I only popped up because he threw him on the cage onto the announce table. But outside of that though, outside of the finish, I'm okay with the finish. I'm not complaining about the finish. Just like the match itself was just like.
I think your expectations was too high. Like they've been going back and forth the last few weeks.
Yeah, again, what's the point? Like you're being a bully. So I'm not excited.
That is the point.
But no, it's just like I'm not excited at all. So the match itself gave me a down. Another down, I have to say, is the main event. The audience was being so disrespectful to that match.
Oh.
I just feel like I get it. You pay for your money to stay at a third, but everybody's waiting for this match. But you're over here counting down to the next minute. I didn't like that at all.
You know what? That's, to be honest, that's WWE fault. You shouldn't have had a clock on the damn screen.
They had a clock for years.
No, you shouldn't have had the clock on the screen. And then what killed me was they took it off, and then they put it back on.
It started boom, they took it off.
Yeah.
So kind of randomly.
Yeah.
The problem is it wasn't that they had the clock on the screen because every Iron Man match.
No, the problem is that
screen.
As wrestling fans, we don't have patience for an Iron Man match. That's what blew me. I was like, why the fuck
go back
we
to that
doing
because
this?
we just had an Iron Man match in Takeover a couple years ago with Sasha Banks and Bailey.
That's Takeover.
And that's why I feel like how
It's a different animal.
Again, the audience still gets it down. Regardless of what it is, though, I just feel that
is not the match, even though it should have been because the way
that's
it
what I
ended.
said. I just said that the audience spoiled that.
See, you hear that, Austin?
No, Takeover is different. It's a different animal.
And it also, a lot of these takeovers are a lot of more hardcore wrestling fans.
Exactly. But the thing with Pittsburgh fans, they're disrespectful.
No, that's not just Pittsburgh fans.
It's Pittsburgh fans.
It's wrestling fans in general.
No, Pittsburgh fans because
let's wait to talk about it. If we're gonna do a list, let's do a list. Top 4, 5 worst places to wrestle because they're fucking assholes. Yeah. Pittsburgh. This is not in order. Pittsburgh, Brooklyn.
They'll cheer you.
No. Brooklyn's disrespectful.
We'll boo you out.
I've been in Brooklyn. I was like, yo, niggas is
wait a minute.
Boo you out.
Get to your point and then after I finish my
Brooklyn, Philly. Chicago.
Yes.
Chicago's a bunch of fucking.
Chicago is number
holes.
Chicago's number 1.
Chicago and Brooklyn are like neck and
they're cousins. And it was a really, and that's why I was like, I was great to experience that.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of fucking assholes. Wild. Now I can't really think of a 5th one. If you guys can think of a 5th one, but the top 4 are those 4 places.
Yeah, but I just feel like when it comes to Pittsburgh, I just feel like I didn't appreciate the match at all.
And you're 100% right. But that city is a blue collar city.
Yeah.
They're fucking dicks.
Yeah. So this is why I gave the audience a thumbs down because I just felt
also Detroit.
Yes.
Detroit's
up there.
Boring.
Yeah.
Detroit's up there.
Yeah. But I just feel like the whole night the audience was just terrible.
But that's
because of the energy from the card. Like the card itself was not all that. Like I'm telling you guys, like the kickoff was better than half of the damn main event.
I'm just saying that it doesn't change what you're saying. You're 100% right. You're saying everything correct, Janelle. But I'm saying from the standpoint of this was the match that everybody wanted to see. Everybody in the back lobbied for that match to be the main event. So the IC title, I was expecting for it. I'm trying to get into, but the audience didn't give me that extra sauce.
But the thing about it, you also was putting too much faith in the audience.
Yeah,
as being a viewer.
100%.
Now, if you're there, I can give it to you more. But as being a viewer, that shouldn't have bothered you. And I think you're going more off the rumors and what you heard and how you're being empathetic towards. Empathetic must be the word of the day towards Seth and Ziggler,
but
because
even
they were being pissed off.
Right. Even before I heard about that,
I was pissed off.
Even before I read that the Saturday third, when I was watching it, I was just like, "Oh, this is terrible." So then
you're putting too much faith into them.
All right, 100%. But this is still my down.
And I get it. But it's a debate show, and I'm a debate you on the down.
Right. So the audience gets a down for that match. Right. Another down. Oh yeah, I already gave my down for the up. I like Ray Orton when he came out, and
that threw me off.
I like the when he came out, and it gave him like a different. The match itself, it was very short, but I like the fact that Shinsuke was just there. Little stuff he does with his face is like a little boy, like oh my gosh, this Saturday third, that gets up. His whole reaction gets up, and of course the biggest up, of course the walking arm again is back. You know, I can't call him walking arm again. He is an apocalypse.
He's not, because he's about to take this L on Monday.
Can I talk? Can I talk? Like, I'm not gonna accept her negativity about apocalypse.
Shit, I want him to win. That's how bad it is.
You know why though? Because it just shows you that 2 things I learned from that match. Yo, I'm not a hate that people may have for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns don't mind taking a pin from somebody. Don't mind being the butt of the. Don't mind being at the losing end. That's why I respect Roman Reigns.
Now let me ask you this. So, and we'll talk about Raw in a second. So let me ask you this: if Raw next week, if Roman doesn't take that L, will you still have that same comment?
Again,
Roman's losing next week.
No, but I'm saying, what if Roman takes that L next week? Do you still have that same opinion that Roman knows how to put somebody over?
Yeah. Because
if Roman wins and now he's going out of nowhere, mind you, he lost Extreme Rules, got another fucking title, a number 1 contenders match, And then if he wins, goes against Brock at SummerSlam.
Yes, because
That's him still putting Bobby over?
Because I'm saying this way. Your original question, your question was before that, do you still think that he put people over? Yes.
If he wins and advances to getting the title.
Because I'm saying this way. All right, this is WWE finally put a loose end to that story so we can move on from that chapter. I'm on something.
That's not a loose end. Like, Roman lost fair and square at WrestleMania. There's no loose ends with that.
I understand that.
Listen, Roman is not winning. And the thing about it, they keep putting that rumor out.
Hold on. Let me please just make this point.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if he was like the same energy.
Reason why I'm not gonna be Roman, because I see it this way. Yo, they probably felt that Bobby losing, which he probably is, you know what? We're gonna save this to make a bigger storyline for you and Bobby. Basically saying that, yeah, you may have won, but I beat you twice. I see it as that's probably a future for like maybe Bobby will take the title for Roman. I see it as that could be something in the future. This is why I'm not mad, because I understand that things happen. I'm just happy at the fact that this man got a pin over Roman Reigns, and the past couple weeks he's been looking good towards Roman Reigns, meaning that WWE have a little more faith in him, allow him to be more of the character he was in TNA, more of the heelish. They move on from that little sister act to now to something like this.
But I can't. That one point I can't give you is that they have more faith in him.
Oh, okay.
They always had faith in him.
Okay.
No, yes, they did.
Yes,
they did.
Yeah, because he was the original Roman Reigns back in the day.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about now.
Oh, okay.
Because they've been low-key pushing him as being their next top guy.
Are we watching the same thing?
Have you been following social media?
Hell yeah! Like they have little promos for him on the WWE page.
Literally on their Instagram, they had a complete 3 stories of just Bobby Lashley highlights.
Yeah, that's trash.
The interview with him was like he talked about his sister. The something he was saying.
He looked like a Haitian cab driver with this random fucking interview
with his Bill Cosby.
Yeah, and the thing about that's the reason why I'm saying like it's him and Roman are gonna be the face of the company.
Yeah, this is good.
As much as you don't like it,
it makes sense.
That's what it's gonna be.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but that's what they're doing.
And I'm fine with that. They're gonna trade wins. I'm fine with that because at the end of the day, though, Roman buried way less people than John Cena and Triple H. Way less people.
Listen. It's not Roman who's burying the people because Roman has no pull at all.
Exactly. Vince.
It's what they love. They love fucking Roman. So let's move on to Raw because we're speaking about fucking Roman.
Yo, you guys killed me.
So like you said, fucking Roman.
Shut up.
Yeah, no one should be doing that. Anyway. Alright, so we'll start off since you started with Street Wheels. Mrblacc, your 2 ups, 2 downs for Raw.
Let me go with the downs. My down, actually, I don't even have a lot of downs. I have to say, like, Tyler Breeze gets it down. Like, he's gonna be my job of the week because I'm like, come on, Tyler, baby. Like, come on, son. Like,
it's not his fault. His partner's injured.
I know. Let me finish. I'm saying that, come on, Tyler. Like you do so much more than this. That's get it down for me. Another down for me is Times Worldwide take another L, son. Come on, y'all. I mean, I'm nitpicking at it because I think overall Raw was a very great show. So this is even nitpicking at the little stuff. And yo, my ups, so much ups, man, so much ups. I have to say, of course, the starting match, like that triple threat, Finn Balor versus Drewy, my son Roman with the beard. Come on. Great match.
The match was great. The outcome was trash.
Great match, great solid match. Drew McIntyre got his stuff in. It was a very hard-hitting match. Of course, another up is the main event. That was great match. That triple threat, even though it's like you kind of saw at the beginning of the match, but like the beginning of the card, it was still a great match. Very solid. Once again, 2 in a row. Bobby Lashley's winning, I'm happy for that. To see where his character is going, very solid. So I'm happy with that, man.
Okay, so
what's so funny?
So my ups.
What's so funny?
Dolph Ziggler. Can I speak?
Yeah, okay.
That nigga's like gay.
What?
Gay. I can't laugh with Leo. Like it can't be just a me
By the
and
way,
Leo moment. Like,
people are still talking.
Oh,
the
man.
Iron Man match countdown is always visual to the audience. Julian Bell. I'm surprised people sat through Brett versus Sean our match.
That's
But
what I'm
But it was
saying.
a different time. Shout out to Liz. Hi, Liz. Elijah said number 5 will be either Detroit or Boston. Those fans are equally horrible.
You know what? Baltimore.
It's all blue collar cities.
Baltimore. I didn't think about that.
But if Roman loses at SummerSlam, it's ridiculous.
Wait, what?
If Roman, that's what it says. Roman is going to win, and Braun cashes in. If Braun cashes in and wins, there is a loose end at the world's greatest Royal Rumble. He technically didn't lose the cage match. That's why they always have been mentioned it in promos.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nah.
Thank you.
Or they could save
They
it for
shouldn't have
Raw,
even had that match to
get their
begin
numbers up. Good point. By the way, Julian Bell, great point, because the week before this last week's Raw was the lowest Raw ever. Viewing ratings.
The
ever.
going home show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lowest rated
Oh, it's
Raw.
trash.
It was Raw ever.
I was glad we didn't
The
record
company.
last week because I was like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
So, agreed with you. Those triple threat match was fire. And Elijah, this gonna goes off to my point. My down is Titus Worldwide,
Yeah, I said that.
because they taking mad L's, and they have a great concept and great wrestlers, and it's just really sad. Really fucking sad.
I said that.
We all both agree with that, and I've been saying this could be a dope thing. Like, make Titus Worldwide like Rock Nation of WWE, of like the Death Row.
Yeah, facts.
Like, make him up to a faction. There's so many dope ways you can do this shit.
And I feel like how that they don't have to have like high production of kind of following him around. It could be somebody like he could be at the store or something like that. He could be like LeBron Ball, like yo, Titus Worldwide is a big brawler. He want to look like little kid sneakers or something
Yeah, or
like
you can
that.
make like a fake sequel just for the thing. There's so much cool shit. I've been saying that they can do so much fucking cool shit. So, anyways, that's one of my downs. One of my ups. We're gonna go back and forth. Bobby Lashley winning. Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie, I was happy.
Thank you.
I was happy.
Thank you.
Big Brother won. Now my down.
Why you shaking your head for?
Sarah Logan.
If it was Drake, oh my gosh! You was mad hype for Scorpion 2 weeks ago. Mad hype for Scorpion, right?
Ow.
Sucking his dick last week, right? Sucking this nigga in dick, right?
Pause.
I do that right now, last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga is wrestling. He's like, yo, he's hype for
That's
He's
why
like,
we
like,
laughing,
yo, he's hype for winning. But then I said that if he lose next week, I'll be cool with it. Because
Why
I
would you be
understand
cool with that?
Because I understand the concept of before this story.
Why would you be
Bobby Lashley needs. Can we just support black people?
Thank
No.
you.
I don't
you,
care
sir.
if he's whack. Listen.
Yeah,
At the end of
sir.
the day, Hogan's called people niggas outside.
Exactly.
Niggas back in the WWE.
Exactly.
Right?
He backs it up. Yo, we trying to intro Hogan.
No,
We're American, right?
I don't care. He's trashing the mic. He's trashing the mic.
Okay, but let me explain something to you. The ideal, so like, believe it or not, I want Bobby to win next week. I will pay to see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Like, I would pay for that.
No,
My issue is the fact that you got this nigga that beat him clean. Like, the spear was messy, but he beat him clean.
Yeah.
But still, now we're getting the rematch from fucking Extreme Rules to now determine who's beating Brock at SummerSlam. And the wool might be going over our eyes, and these niggas might actually let Roman win again, and then we get another Roman and Brock at a big stage. Like, that is my issue. My issue is actually Bobby. I want actually to win. Like, I'm like, you know what?
No, I
the
get
lesser
it.
of the two.
But I don't need
go.
you to be laughing at Bobby.
Exactly, Bobby.
No, I'm gonna laugh at Bobby on y'all.
No, you do not laugh at Bobby.
I'm
As of
laugh.
right now, we need to be a
I'm
united force
Yeah.
against racist motherfuckers like Hulk Hogan.
Exactly.
First of all, everyone knows I don't even fucking like Hulk
I know
Hogan.
this, but the thing about it, the
Hogan-
camera doesn't know this.
Hogan, well, guys, breaking news. If you don't already know, fuck Hulk Hogan. Like, I've already said that. Period. Anyone that knows me knows that.
I'm just saying.
But that got nothing to do with B.
Dre Wright, you are halfway right about what you said. Dre Wright said Vince wanted Biggie as the next top guy, but Triple
I think
H
he still
convinced
does.
him to go with Roman. It wasn't Triple H. It was Michael Hayes' racist ass.
Yep.
Yes. Anyways, thank you for that info. By the way, No Roman and Brock, please. Says Lala's World. Shout out
That's
to
what I'm
Lala's World.
saying. Like, y'all don't understand.
Elijah
like,
the Prophet said
I don't
the
want
only
it.
member of Titus Worldwide that won the match this week was Dana Brooke, and that was via disqualification. Black Wrestling Alliance has joined the group. Thank you, came at the right time.
Thank you,
Black
thank
Wrestling
you,
Alliance from
thank
across
you,
the state.
thank
But we're
you.
talking about making our black
Exactly.
man.
Good morning.
And they was laughing at him. They was laughing because like how that we try to honor him and respect the black man.
Good
But we
morning,
try to
Black
honor him, but
Wrestling
yeah,
Alliance.
D2 are
Good
laughing, but it was
morning.
Drake.
Yeah, I'm
They was
gonna
loving him.
laugh.
I love you, Drake.
I'ma
Stop
laugh
hearing
at
me.
Drake, too.
Stop
Like,
hearing
what?
me.
No, listen. At the end of the day, Bobby Lashley needs to win. That's why he get my double ups. My 2 thumbs up for Bobby Lashley winning.
That's a rare win. You breaking the meter.
I've broken the meter. Big dick status for Bobby Lashley won. Double 2 weeks in a row, winning clean. I'm okay with it. I'm on my nation of domination.
Yo, I was watching, was it 97 Raw with Nation, and I was just like, man, this was such a good time to be a wrestling fan. All right, so we're gonna move on to SmackDown this week. And you know, Randy Orton's very weird exchange with.
Yeah, I did. I put it on the thing. My bad, guys.
Oh, it's not.
Oh man.
Oh.
SmackDown was.
It's just not this.
SmackDown was.
All right, so guys, tell me 2 ups quickly. So
2 ups. AJ Styles versus defeats AJ
CN
Almas.
Match of the
Phenomenal
night.
match. And you know what match I actually did enjoy, and I'm gonna give it an up. Was Becky Lynch defeats Mandy Rose.
I like that soul build.
A quick thing. Daniel Bryan and that mid segment. Oof. Big dick
2
status.
ups.
Big dick status.
Big dick status.
Big dick status.
Dang, 2 ups for 2 shows.
See, now this is so. I feel like with Daniel Bryan and Miz, they're giving us that hope of they can carry the storyline until WrestleMania. Like they're giving us a little bit and then taking it away, and then giving us a little and taking away. But it's just crazy because it's just that. No one else. Just the 2 of them. So I like that they do that.
You?
Dang, the whole card was up. I say, matter of fact, I'm not gonna be negative about this card. I said the biggest up is, who would have thought that we wanted Eric Young versus Kofi Kingston?
Yo, that shit was dope.
It was good.
Just watching that match, I'm like this way, like,
niggas be
sleeping
sleeping on Eric Young, and that's what I keep saying. Like,
my son E.
if you watch OT&A shit, like, yo, shit is
I've
great.
been on Aaron Young ever since like he was a knockout tag team champion with that big breasted lady. Quality match he was put on. I've been a fan of him. I like his
big breasted lady.
Yeah.
Who's that?
ODB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why did you say that the first time?
Yeah,
Because I couldn't think of her name until you asked me again. I couldn't think of it. I was like, oh shoot, that's her name.
But you just thought about big titties.
Yeah. That's only I saw like all I can imagine with her bandana and like her arm fatigue stuff.
You visually saw her, but all you saw was just big titties.
Yeah, literally, I didn't even see her face.
Yeah, no.
I'm a nasty
terrible.
nigga, son.
Well, that's what we said in the beginning.
So,
and you almost jumped on our throats about it.
Jeff, I feel like that's like Eric Young versus great match. Shinsuke promo, that whole Jeff Hardy's situation, that's another up. Like, my son Randy Orton came out, son.
He pulled on his ear like
My son digged
Why
in
did he
here.
do that?
And
I
it's
had to stop because I was watching clips. I had to stop.
Yo, can you think about it? I watched Jeff Hardy almost kill himself many times. I seen this man literally fell down on the stairs in TNA. That didn't make me scream like, at all. Randy Orton just put a finger through his ear. It was just like, no, I think he did it on purposely.
Yo, what was crazy was, so we're fucked up for this, but we were talking about how, because he lost like in such a quick fashion, we were like, yo, is he drunk again? Because that's exactly how he lost against Sting.
Real quick,
so we were like, yo, is he okay? Like, but then on SmackDown when Randy did that shit, I was like, okay, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're digging up some old rivalry from like the 2000s. I don't know what they're doing, but cool. But whatever gets Randy heel, because everyone likes Randy heel, great.
I liked it. Like, it gave me shades of when Randy Orton was beefing Triple H, and I thought Triple H went to Randy Orton and couldn't beat him up.
That shit was
or
great.
the fact that like he almost
Triple H buries people.
You know what? I'm gonna address this right now. Yes, he does. He buried a lot of people.
Really, everybody.
Like, he got cocky,
everybody get buried every day.
He got cocky at Survivor Series and basically took over the whole match for himself. He didn't have to do that. He did not have to do that. Or my personal favorite, he could use that Booker T won for the story, everybody go home happy. But yet he took 5 years. Literally, my son went all around me that came back. Then he pins Booker T, right? Okay.
Super
Or the
sad
fact
about the
that he buried RVD during that time, Kane during that time.
But
the list
RVD
goes
was
on.
just not.
So
Believe it or not, RVD is great, but he was not healthy at all.
all I'm saying is
At
this way.
all.
All I'm saying is this way. Like, this is why Triple H is legendary for burying people.
No, he's not. But all right, go ahead.
The whole clique been
Finish about
the whole clique been
SmackDown?
doing
I
it.
think you finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
I'm
like
just
I like the fact that I like that, like, it gave me shades of throwbackness, real shades, and I like the intensiveness. I like that Randy Orton just being a real jerk. SmackDown, that gets, I have no doubt, like, that was a great SmackDown I've seen in a while.
Awesome. All right. Before we get into our third segment and then our final segment, I just want to ask really one random question to you guys. In your ideal, what would main event SummerSlam this year? From
My
each
ideal.
brand.
My ideal?
Some like pre prediction, but just ideally, what would you like to see main event from SmackDown and from Raw?
Bobby and Brock, Miz and Daniel Bryan.
You want Miz and DB now?
Yes, I'm a millennial. I have no
I
patience.
don't.
I don't want
I want them to
to.
drag it all the way to New York.
I don't
Oh,
want
it is in New York.
I don't want Daniel Bryan thing right now. I will kind of replace it with AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
Okay, and then Raw.
Oh, same thing.
What?
Same thing I do.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Elijah said Bobby Lashley winning the Universal Championship will be the WWE's way payback to Hulk Hogan backlash from people of color. Julian Bell said.
Wait, what about Hogan?
Bobby Lashley winning would be like
A spit in Hogan's face?
Yeah.
For all the niggas in the world?
yeah. Roman versus Brock, can't take it. Bobby needs to win.
Yes.
SmackDown. Randy Orton tried to tear Jeff Hardy's ear off. Jesus Christ. That's from Lala's World. Elijah was like CM versus Styles. Fire. Julian Bell, Becky's on fire. Lala's World, 2 ups, AJ Styles versus CN, and Daniel Bryan attacking The Miz. Julian Bell, young can go in the ring and people forget about him.
Yes.
Or in his back, 2 downs is Ty Dillinger versus Samoa Joe and Randy Orton trying to pull Jeff Hardy's ear off because it made me cringe. And Julian Bell said,
So y'all just a bunch of pussies.
Randy slams Jeff's head so hard he felt it.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our third segment. And as you know, we had a little theme going on with Black Power.
We are the nation of domination.
Pause.
So segment 3. Segment 3.
Low key, this shit goes hard though.
Segment 3. We're on segment 3.
Yeah, but I can't do it with that still
No,
playing.
you gonna do it with that on. Come on, let's go.
I can't. I don't want to argue. Like, I don't want to fight with Nation of Domination theme song.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So we're gonna enter our third segment. Our second
Nation.
last Can y'all work with me on this?
Okay.
Thank you.
Domination.
Can you stop slipping in that chair?
Sorry.
So as everyone has seen, we've done the little little Black Power theme going on, and we're going to actually list our top 5 black wrestlers of all time. Some might be on the same list, some may not be. If those that are watching on the live feed, and once again that is going to be on YouTube land, you can also put down your top 5 black wrestlers of all time. So who wants to go first?
You want to go first, Mr. Black? Because you are Mr. Black.
Yo, you're
Of course. Obviously, you gotta go with The Rock. This is no like 5 is 4, whatever. There's no particular order. You gotta go with The Rock. Of course, that's always that's hashtag Black Excellence.
Black or Samoan?
His daddy's black.
His daddy's Canadian.
His daddy's black though.
They can't be black people in Canadian.
The color
No, I didn't say that, but I'm just saying he's Canadian.
So you know what? We'll take off The Rock off everybody's list. The Rock can't be on everybody's
Rock
list.
wasn't, but I know.
Why? He black.
Well, cause
That's fine.
it's obvious. It's like putting Jay. Rock is like putting Jay-Z on everybody's list.
No, it's fine. You can put it on your list.
I'm not gonna put it on
I didn't
my
put it
list.
on
All right, fine. I don't put it on my list then. Of course, Mr. Swag himself. D'Lo Brown. Woo! Euro and Intercontinental Champion. Woo-hoo-hoo! That dance we used to come in the ring and woo! Oh my God! Of course, D'Lo Brown gotta go to the list. Of course, Bobby Lashley's on that list. Of course, gotta put Bobby Lashley on that list for every stuff he does and outside of WWE. him in Bellator, him in TNA, especially his TNA run. Especially TNA run. Of course, the OG, the Mech Daddy of the group is Farouk. His run at WCW champion, like, it solidified him being the first ever black champion during that time. And the stuff that he did was amazing. Even after like, WWE put that little stupid helmet on him, that he went through that for the nation. He was the APA. Great work, great body of work. Of course, he goes on my list though. Of course, Jay Lethal. You know, that's like the up and coming black excellence right there. Like, he's ready on top of the mountain, you know? Like, he ready to pay his dues. Jay Lethal, of course, I gotta put Jay Lethal on that list. Of course, with the women's is...
Wait, 5. You supposed to mix the women if you wanted to mix them. 5.
It's his 5th one.
Oh, okay.
No, I said...
No, I couldn't. He said Rock.
No.
He took Rock.
I couldn't say Rock. You said no Rock.
No, I didn't say no Rock. He said no.
Yeah, that's what I took him
said
off.
it was fine.
He put Farouk, Jay Lethal, D'Lo Brown, Jacqueline.
No.
Who put on there?
He put Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, and then your 5th one is Jacqueline.
Of course. The first ever first ever cruiserweight champion. Only one women's champion that was a woman. Quality match. She was, of course, the MILF that I was attracted to. You know, this is why I love black women, because of one of the main reasons why Jacqueline held her down. Even in TNA as a valet. Woo! Out of Voodoo Clan? Gosh, Jacqueline. This is my black excellent list.
So I'm gonna mix mine up. I'm gonna put everybody have a different category. My overall wrestler from my era growing up, Booker T.
10 King Book.
He gets that.
Put his brother Stevie Ray.
No, I'm not putting Stevie Ray on this. No.
I'm gonna put because he's black.
Number 2, D'Lo Brown. We share that. D'Lo Brown coming out. My number 3 is Papa Shango.
Oh, Godfather.
No, him as Papa Shango, because using like this it's Papa Shango and Godfather. The reason why I say that, because he was able to go through all these changes and still be able to engulf the character.
Wait, I always want to know this. This is probably a dumb question. Was he Savio Vega?
No. That's a completely different person. How the fuck was he supposed to be 2 people in the same group?
Y'all don't know, okay? Like, I always confuse him and like, I know Godfather is, but like...
Savio Vega is Spanish.
Yo, why am I talking about some Savio Vega? So that's my boy. Remember him, son? That was our favorite wrestler, son.
When it came to time...
And he enjoyed like the week was.
Wow.
Okay, Jacqueline goes on my list. And right now, I have Velveteen Dream as a new guy.
I like it.
Top 5.
Alright, I put Ron Simmons. Why would you turn it up when I'm talking?
Nah, because we ended it. Okay.
Like, oh fuck. Ron Simmons, Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh, forgot about him.
The gold standard.
Jay Lethal, I did put. And then I put Sasha Banks. And I put Awesome Kong.
Woo! That's a little list you got there, man.
Of course, you know what? All accolades.
People are talking.
Yo, this is so fucking obnoxious.
Barack Obama. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
No order. Ahmed Johnson.
Why?
Ernie Ladd.
Okay.
Ron Simmons. Booker T. And Norman Smiley.
You know what? Norman is a good choice. Norman trains the fuck out of people.
Quality, yeah.
So that is a good
_ Dre Wright said Booker T, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry, and MVP.
Oh, sure, some MVP.
No particular order. Rock, Ron Simmons,
Can't say
Mark
Rock.
Henry, Booker T. I forgot about Mark Henry. Shit.
Really
A lot of quality. I think top 5 is a little too hard.
Yeah.
It's not.
Kofi Kingston. Chuck Daddy 7 said Booker T, Ron Simmons, Jay Lethal, Kofi, and MVP.
Okay.
Lala said Booker T, The Godfather, Bobby Lashley, Ron Simmons, and Devon from the Dudley Brothers.
Oh,
Okay.
shoot.
Great.
Elijah said Booker T, Jacqueline, Elix Skipper,
Wow.
D'Lo Brown, and Jay Lethal. Julian Bell, 33, said Ron Simmons, Mark Henry. Are you playing D'Lo Brown's entrance?
It's a perfect song to beat up somebody too.
Booker T, Junkyard Dog, King Mabel. And then, before we end the show, you want to end the show right now?
Can y'all turn D-Lo down?
See, this is why I felt like they had more character to their theme songs. Now it'd be like mad generic.
How is it generic?
Now it's just like it's not. Come on, you feel it.
You don't feel AJ Styles theme song?
I said a lot of people's songs are just not all that compared back in the day. Like for example, like the Street Profit songs is trash. I feel like Cedric Entertainer's song is trash. Mustafa Ali's song is trash.
Well, What's His Face had a better song. I don't know, I always like What's His Face better.
Who?
The one that is in TNA now. The one y'all spoke to at the show.
Rich Homie Swan.
Rich Swan's song was better.
Yeah, I feel like Light's Guy's song's not that good no more.
But his song, the thing is, the song that they have, like that person has, fits them.
That's why I don't get mad. It fits them, but I'll never bump it past the entrance.
But like Joe's music goes hard. I actually like Drew McIntyre's song.
I just feel like now it's just like a lot of hit and misses. But before, you had a lot of hits.
There was some hit and misses.
Oh my God!
And you're about to smell what The Rock is cooking.
This was already played in a previous episode.
But we gotta play it back. It's why clip of The Rock. Are we sliding it down right now? We sliding it down, Miss HR?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about to lose their L train right now. In 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
I'm not worried about that damn L train. All right, so we're gonna go into our last segment, and as before we do, we like to always thank those that are watching on the live feed.
No list?
And I'm about to say it. Boy, you take a week off and niggas forget. So yeah, once again, thank you the guys that are watching on the live feed and participating and be interactive. Once again, we cannot do this show without your participation as well. So thank you so much. And so we're going to go into our last segment, which is the list. We haven't done it in a while. What?
Hey, the list.
You just made the list.
I need you to find a better one.
Just hate him.
No, I'm not. Because you barely hear it. And then you hear the last part of it. How am I hating? I want you to be great. You know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck it. Who wants to go first before I put this one on the list or just me?
The answers, man. You already got the answer.
You know.
I'm done. There's nobody on my list this week.
Obnoxious as fuck.
I swear.
How, swear? How?
That doesn't even sound like Houseway.
The answers, man. You already got
That's
the
a
answers.
really good one, but that last one,
You don't got the answers.
I'm not giving you no fucking questions. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're making up a whole conversation with yourself. Like, am I lying? Like, I didn't act like I asked some questions.
Yo, can we
Like,
can we sign
I don't
off?
get how y'all laugh. I don't get why y'all laughing. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, I didn't.
Alright, sign off.
You don't have nobody?
Yeah, baby, listen.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put on list because these guys want to be Mr. Nice Guys every fucking week. I'm putting on the list the fucking National Basketball Association.
Why?
The NBA is going on the list this week because they're just making just obnoxious trades, like for real.
You know that the NBA is not controlled with the trades. It's on a team basis,
But
right?
the team is under the what?
He's
The
not a cook. He's
NBA.
not this chick cook.
I can't see. You know what? Fuck it. Never
What
mind.
team?
I said what I said. NBA goes on the list, so we're gonna end the show because I can't have no opinion or nothing.
But
So-
why they make the list? Because they're like, be specific. They don't
Who
make the
goes on the
trade.
list? Sid.
Oh, shit.
Sid from fucking True Hills. He's on the fucking list. Sid, you're on the list. You're on the list because August 17th.
Yo, you and your
Oh my
WrestleMania
gosh,
pointing, gotta chill. Like I said, thank you guys that are watching on the live feed as we sign off. We do have some house cleaning to go through. So as Sir Wilkins is here sporting our Jobber Tears podcast t-shirt that you can buy on ProWrestlingTees.com/the Jobber Tears podcast. Why are you playing shit? That's you a nasty nigga. So once again, thank you those that have already purchased the shirts. We appreciate it. Those that came out to the barbecue that wore their shirts, thank you so much. So we do expect a lot more shirts over the summer and the rest of the year. We are sponsoring once again Battle Club Pros event this Saturday.
Bash in the Bronx.
Bash in the Bronx. So
Yes, baby.
there's no
Stand
excuse.
up.
You take the 6th train to Brook Ave. There's no excuse
I
this
gotta put some fat
weekend.
jokes,
So
huh?
I do believe doors open at 5. Bell time is at 6. So for more information, you can go to battleclubpro.com for more information and tickets. We will be there as you know, and Sid and the boys on True Hills are supposed to be at the event too.
Okay.
Sitting in the front away from me because they scared.
Just for the Bronx.
We from the Bronx, baby. We gonna be in the Bronx this Saturday.
Don't think to stop me. I'm
Come on, man.
Just at Bronx, not Brooklyn.
What?
It's at Bronx, not Brooklyn.
You from Westchester, all right?
But nigga, you from New York State. Why are we talking? Yeah, I said what I said.
Let's go.
You're not from the Bronx.
Oh,
You are from the Bronx.
He's in Westchester.
You're from Westchester.
yeah, that's not a borough.
No, you didn't. You're from Westchester.
First of all, your baby mom's from Brooklyn, so good luck with that.
But they in Westchester right now.
Right. Oh,
We say your baby mother. And your kids, where were they born?
It was born in Brooklyn Hospital.
there you go. So, all right, and before we do, our farewells, we do want to once again officially announce our Jobber Slam party. It is to kick off SummerSlam weekend. It will be at Legends. It will be the Friday before SummerSlam, so August the 17th. Everyone's free before midnight. It is going to be one of those wrestling parties we could come. You're going to hear some wrestling theme songs. You're going to hear maybe some people cut some promos. You never know who's going to show up. So make sure to tell a friend to come out and just party with us. If you guys went to Wale Mania in New Orleans, then we're going for that same vibe. So just a chill vibe, drinks. If you want to bag a girl that likes wrestling, this is your moment. This is your opportunity to do it. So once again, Jobber Slam presented by the Jobber Tears podcast. Why?
So you're going so legendary.
It's what's gonna happen at the party. Jobber Slam.
So you gotta leave.
Throw your hands in the air right now, man. Feel this shit right here.
All right, so we're gonna finish off by once again thanking those that are watching on the live feed. If you have not already, follow us on Instagram at the Jobber Tears Podcast. Also on Facebook, Twitter, Jobber Tears. What am I missing? Anything else, guys, before we sign off?
August 17th.
This guy pointing, like I wish there was pyro. Can you put graphic pyro behind him? Yeah. Because this is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, Khaled, I see you, nigga. Show big, born Lord.
Yo, it blew my mind that Khaled was in this video. You're not gonna fucking point at me like that.
We the Bronx, New York. Shit happens. Battle Club Pro this weekend
So
in
yeah,
the Bronx.
catch us there. Once again, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. I am Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc of the Jobber Tears podcast. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we're leaning back. We're out.
It's the Jobber's Tears podcast.